Would I buy the Sony A7 III in 2022? Such a YouTuber-y question, but it's a real one. Is this a technical review? No. Is this a video that's going to share my thoughts about this camera after the past 2 years of using it? Yes. Why am I making this video? For a start, there's a ton of cameras that have just come out for the Sony lines, and this camera is basically affordable for a hobbyist. I'm going to go through now the pros of the A7 III. This is not a technical review. This is like pure, I'm a human using a camera in the real world on real videography projects with real clients kind of review. The autofocus is pretty bomb. One of the main reasons I upgraded from the A7S II to the A7 III was because the autofocus on the A7S II was shit, and the autofocus on the A7 III is great. And why is that good as a solo filmmaker? Because when you put a camera on a gimbal, you don't have anyone else potentially, if you're working as a lone filmmaker, to pull focus. And so you just need to trust that this camera is gonna get the subject in focus. And it did that for the majority of the time. I use the Ronin M, I walk around with this Ronin, old school ass Ronin, and shit's in focus. The upgrade from the A7S II to the A7 III was the battery life. They use these new batteries now. Same batteries, incredible duration and life, and that was a huge game changer for me. I like the form factor. It feels really good in the hand, and it's small. It's small enough that I'll take it everywhere and that I'll use it frequently and be able to throw it in a backpack, and it's not super heavy and cumbersome. This is probably super unprofessional, but I bring my shit around in an Amazon case. Yeah, am I stupid? Probably, but this thing sitting in here, carrying it around, is a hell of an incentive for me to take more footage and capture more stuff in my life, and also to shoot on projects with clients. It's good enough. It's got all the audio recording capabilities that I need. It has a jack input, it has a mic input, perfect for capturing interview, sound, and these kinds of things. Obviously, I use other external recorders when it comes to really capturing incredible sound, but it's good enough to capture client work. One thing that I loved about this camera also was the touchscreen ability, the ability to basically rack focus by touching the screen on the subject. This was also huge because when you're operating it by yourself, sometimes you don't want to have to do that. You just want to touch it and it focuses on the person, and that was extremely useful for me. Affordability. I felt like because it was at this price point, I could take it to certain locations and I could take risks with the camera to get certain shots because I could replace it if it got destroyed and broken. Yes. You're probably saying, Nico, you're making this video now, yet you're filming this shit on a FX3. Why did you upgrade to an FX3? There are a few reasons. I wanted a swivel screen. I have been waiting since my Sony A6000 5 years ago to have a swivel screen. And I film myself a lot because I love looking at myself and I love hearing my own voice. I've been using Sony cameras for the past few years, and they did a huge increase in the color science and the ability to make and reproduce the colors that are actually true to life. Because before the Sony cameras, these A7 III and A7S II, they produced colors that were kind of a bit weird, especially when it came to the magentas and the purples. This is what everybody says. But it's true, when I'm color grading them, I couldn't get the colors that I really wanted. These deep, beautiful greens, these kind of, I couldn't make that. I'm a shit color grader, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like a professional color grader. I wanted to save more time in their post-production, and so I needed to have a camera that reproduced colors that I could fix quickly and get accurately very fast. Does that make sense? Gets accurately very fast, could get accurate quickly. 4K 60 FPS. I've never had the ability to be able to shoot 4K 60 FPS, which is super good when you need to shoot certain types of projects. And yeah, I need that for the standard of work that I'm doing now. Would I buy the Sony A7 III in 2022? Such a YouTuber-y question, but it's a real one. Yeah, my friend just bought one the other day and he's using it, and it's fucking amazing. It does great video and great quality video, and it just is an incredibly agile camera to be able to navigate. It is such a big step up from the A7S II, and it's a full frame camera that is incredibly powerful. That is my honest opinion after using the A7 III after 2 years for vlogging, for professional filmmaking in terms of a client sort of scenario. Have a lovely day. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'm releasing a video every week. Lots of love to you all. Peace. Love you lots. Bye.